And the police state ends with me. And we've made it one more day. Again, the amendments that were violated against me were the 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Today we're going to focus on the 4th Amendment. The 4th Amendment to the United States Constitution is this: the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. As I mentioned before, the warrant had the wrong address on it, and my name wasn't on it either. It was based on a hunch, not probable cause, but a hunch, per 2 media reports about this. The warrant was based on the hunch of 3 executives of Jane Phillips Medical Center, one of which I filed an official complaint of harassment on in the past. The Supreme Court has ruled that warrants and searches and seizures can't be based off of hunches, because then the police state could just do whatever they want to me, to you, wherever they want, whenever they want. But then who's going to stop them? I mean, no one will investigate it, let alone hold them accountable. The whole thing is made up, a frame-up. They weren't here for what they wrote on that warrant, which means the swearing under oath was perjury, which is a felony. They were looking for drugs and wanted to get the video and computer equipment to make sure no one saw the security camera video I got of the Bartlesville police stealing from me. They know why they were here. I know why they were here. They were armed robbers, covering up their crimes of trespassing and stealing thousands of dollars of property and breaching numerous civil rights at the behest of a large corporation in town. There's a name for when the corporations take over the government and police, and it's called fascism. There's nothing that can be said except that corruption caused this. It was no accident. Every person involved in this is corrupt to the core. Tomorrow we'll talk about the 2nd Amendment that was violated. It's just outrageous, really. You won't believe it. It is astonishing. I wrote down here in my notes, if I can think of anything, just rant a little bit. And I don't want to get off on too much emotional ranting about it, but it's very upsetting. I understand folks not wanting to believe it could happen in the United States of America, and I understand that folks, are scared and want to stay out of it. But like I said, apathy is dangerous, and I'm not asking anyone to do anything. This is on me. I'm taking care of this. The police state ends with me. But it is really sickening to think about how something like this could happen and go on, not just to me, but to many, many, many people in this country. It takes the majority of people in this country either wanting it to be this way or being so scared to say or do anything that they add up to more than 50% of the population. In order for this to exist, this corrupt system that can't be fixed. I mean, you can't fix a system that's not broken. It's working exactly as it is set up. It's set up to be this way. This isn't something you can tweak. You got to tear this thing down and say no more. And I don't mean tear the country apart. What I mean by that is people that are involved in this and doing this need to go to jail. Or at least they need to be taken out of office or not be a police officer. I mean, come on. We can't even get that done. We can't even hold people accountable for breaking the law. I mean, it is so outrageous that what's happening is people are becoming aware of it on social media, especially in the minority communities, and it's starting to spread. I mean, the fact is that as they do this to more and more people are waking up to realizing you're paying taxes and these people are killing you or tearing your house apart, stealing your property, calling you a criminal when you've done nothing wrong, detaining you in your driveway, refusing to allow you to use the bathroom. I mean, just core human needs. They're saying, you know, no, I'm not going to let you do that. I'm going to stand here with 5 police officers and a DA, and I've got guns on you, and I'm, you know, they didn't point the guns at me, but they had guns, and in their car, they pulled up in separate cars. So there are 5 cars out there with, you know, with the shotguns sitting up in the front. I mean, they've got guns everywhere, and we're going to tell you you're not going to do something on your own property. We're going to make issue of you going to the bathroom in your own bathroom. I mean, they put their hands on me. I know I'm getting off on a rant. They put their hands on me. They frisked me. They took everything out of my pockets. They, you know, I mean, I had sweatpants on. I just had those 2 little front pockets, and I had my keys. And they took everything off of me. And then they wouldn't let me use the bathroom. Well, they detained me in the driveway and told me off and interrogated me in front of my neighbors. You know, because the neighbors came out and watched all this. That's why they wouldn't allow me in the house, is they wanted to make a point. This was a show of force and a threat on me. You know, and I'm not going to name any names, but one of those many lawyers I talked to told me they're running you out of town. You're going to end up, they're running, what they're doing is telling you you need to leave town. And this is a local lawyer. And the fact is that I don't trust them enough to even pack up and leave. Because, like I said, you can't run from the police state. Let me look at the time here. You can't run from the police state. They could just file a warrant on. They can wait, and they can be just as sociopathic and psychopathic as they are now by dragging this thing out and calling me a criminal. And of course, not charging me and not arresting me, but calling me a criminal. But they could just wait until I sell my house, pack up and move, and then the very next day file a warrant on me and have where I live, the new place I live, have the police come there. Then the new place I live, the police there will call me a criminal, arrest me, put me in jail, and then transport me back here. That's how crazy this police state is. I mean, and this is at the behest of a large corporation. I'm getting off on a rant, my head is spinning, I'm upset. But you know, you kind of need to get into just my not reading notes and just my core feelings on this. You know, and I know there are bootlickers out there, you know, that love the brown-shirted, you know, jackbooted thugs. They're either friends with them, family of them, and hey, I could say that. I'm family of a former police officer. And I'm telling you, just because you think they won't do it to you, and they probably won't if you're friends with them or family, doesn't mean that you have any right to stand up for someone breaking the law. You're just as bad as they are. If you're covering up a crime, you're garbage. You need to hear that. You know, when I first posted this stuff on Facebook, I got, you know, everyone's scared, so nobody's going to post, oh, I agree with you. They'll send me private messages to that. But the people that basically posted against me told me they're tired of hearing about this. The police are there to help us, and you deserve this. And if you didn't do anything wrong, they wouldn't have done anything to you. And that's just BS. I've told you about my background, and you can look up online about that. I have absolutely no record, no arrest, not even a speeding ticket, not a parking ticket, nothing in over 20 years. I've done nothing but keep my nose clean, work hard, stayed in school, got all those degrees and certifications, and I tell you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how hard you work. The police will just come down here and say, we can do whatever we want to you, and if you don't like it, we will kill you right here on your property. I mean, you can say, oh, you know, Mark, you're crazy for putting up YouTube videos like this. I can't believe you said that. Well, I'm going to tell you something. What do you really think would have happened? I know I didn't break any laws. I knew they did. I caught them on video. I had every constitutional right to defend myself when they came down here. What would have happened had I defended myself? They would have killed me. Even though they're the ones breaking the law, I wasn't, and I had a legal right to do so, they'd have simply killed me. And that's where they're going to go with this. They're just going to find a reason, and the media here in town will just go right along and say, oh, this was a bad guy, and they had to shoot him. And that's all you'll hear, if you hear anything, other than just all of a sudden my Police State Ends With Me YouTube channel will disappear. You'll go, I wonder whatever happened to that guy. We never heard anything in the media, and we don't see his video. Not even his YouTube channel exists anymore. That's probably what's going to happen. You know, and I hope I'm wrong. But in order for me to be wrong on this, what would have to happen? All these people that truly are conspiring, and I'll get into it later, but I wrote a detailed letter. I mean, I met with, on the phone, a 1-hour phone call with that one city council representative, but I also sent a letter to the entire city council, and I'll do a video on it. I mean, there's the city council, there's the large employers in town, there's the police, the chief of police, the FBI, all the media. The local media blocked me from posting on their Facebook page about this. Yes, Examiner Enterprise, you're a joke. I mean, all you're doing, you're not doing media. You're not doing reporting. What you're doing is reporting whatever the government tells you to. You're not reporting on this. When I typed up about this on their website, on their Facebook page, they initially contacted me for an interview, and then they canceled it and blocked me from posting. I wonder why. Go to their Facebook page, or go to their examiner-enterprise.com website and see at the top who every single day advertises on their website. Jane Phillips Medical Center. Of course, they're buying the support. I've gone off on a long rant here. And like I said, my head's spinning, but you need to understand. This is a small town of 36,000 people in a county of 52,000, but it's probably just as corrupt in large cities. And I can't believe that not even one person in all these years of this going on here. I mean, of course people tell me that, yeah, it's corrupt here. My goodness, something happened to my kid, or something happened to me, or I went to jail over something I didn't do. But why don't they speak up? They don't speak up because they have families and kids, and they're scared, and they just want it to go away, and they just drag, and I'm not dissing these people, but what I'm saying is they shuffle their toes and kick a rock on the ground and go, doggone it, it's just the way it is. Well, no, it's not just the way it is. And yeah, it may be the way it is in the end, but I'm telling you, I ain't shutting up about it. This is insane. I mean, and if you want it to be this way, just pack up and, live in Nazi Germany. I mean, come on. You can't want it this way, even if it's just happening to your neighbor. We got to get a grip here and say, no more. The police state ends with me. And it does. And with that said, I'll see you tomorrow.